In other news today, Governor Tony Evers vetoed a Republican bill today that would have allowed 14 and 15-year-olds in Wisconsin to work without getting consent from their parents. The bill previously passed the legislature with all Republicans in support and Democrats against. The proposal comes with a wider push by state lawmakers to roll back child labor laws. This, while federal investigators are cracking down on a surge in child labor violations nationwide. Republican supporters say the change would have eliminated red tape, but opponents say we need to protect children who want to work.